And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The fans are ready for this one. The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. They go to the ground, and they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
You just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first third down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you could regroup, because this environment is hostile.
And they'll blow it dead just across midfield around the 45. Down here for the offense. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Pressure coming. He'll try to do it himself. People like to say conference affiliation doesn't matter, but you get the SEC against the Big Ten, and there's no denying there's a little extra juice in the building.
Definitely extra juice. The best two conferences, the biggest conferences, Palmer. Everybody talks about these being the power brokers and deciding the future of college football. So, yes, it matters.
A lot of blue bloods in both conferences, David. You're right. I think it's something players are also very aware of, too, is having that conference pride, wanting to win this game, representing the rest of the teams in their conference.
He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
Well, great job there by the defense, because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a third down and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Man, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that third and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a fourth down.
They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Schaefer. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down.
You know, offensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah. Juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. He's looking to throw. Got the quick pass. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick six. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around and make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense, creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
On second down, looking again to throw. Quickly to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. This is going to be a 46-yard field goal attempt. Never a doubt. There is a flag on the play. Now, if this is on the defense, it might not change that much. Offense has already made the long field goal. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Comes out throwing on first down. Pulls it in. It's Jennings. And just a short and safe pass play. They pick up a few. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking to throw it again. Touchdown, Gators! And they jump on top.
A big question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who could score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the first game. He's off to a great start in this one with that touchdown. This guy looks like the real deal.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, 2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of those top 15 teams who did battle today. Oregon pulled into town on a mission, and they're hightailing it out of here with a huge win. Veni, Vidi, Vici. I came, I saw, I conquered. And that's precisely what the Ducks did. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. To the ground with the back. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They'll give it to the back. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? They'll try to power their way ahead. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you popcorn, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
Leaves it with the running back. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Dialing up a second down pass play. Finds the tight end. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too?
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackling.
After the short completion, do they go for the big one on third down? From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Gibson. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Ooh, and that's a nice sigh of relief for the defense too, right? There was a broken tackle, and the guy made it look like he was going to pick up the first, but because of great effort defensively, they were able to get the stop, and now they're setting up fourth down.
On fourth down, trying to keep the drive alive with the run. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup.
And that's good enough for a first down. That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Florida 7, USC 0.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll move it back, and it's 1st and 15 for this offense. They want to throw it. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He makes the connection. Knocked off his feet.
God, he's annoying to play against. You think about it as a defense, I'm trying to cage you in, trying to keep you in the pocket, and then he's just whoop, 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 spinning all over the place, getting outside the pocket, making plays, and then you got to go chase him again and again and again. Just wears you out.
Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Right back to the well. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Line gets set, first down. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Is every day becoming flag day for this offense? 1st and 25 now. The snap sets up to throw. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down.
They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Trying to get to it. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. He's going to try to knock one through from 49 yards away. Oh, they blocked the kick. Defense has it. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll go to the ground. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But you got to do a great job game tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Trying to burn this defensive back. And he makes the catch inside the 10. Touchdown USC. Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under and make a big play.
Yeah, and when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17.
Offense will take over 1st and 10.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
Yeah, you can tell the timing wasn't great, and quarterback and receiver not on the same page, but when you're going to miss, don't miss towards the DB. You definitely want to miss out towards the sideline so you don't get yourself in trouble.
After the misfire, now on second down. He's looking to throw. They'll run the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the second level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
Coming after it. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And that is priority #1 for defenses. Get to the quarterback. Affect him. Get hits on him. They do it right here. Get their first sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time out, they had 5. Let's see what this defense can continue to do.
And to smack him to the ground. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of bounce, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Colin.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
Well, he's off to an awesome start this season. Had a sack in their last game, gets his first sack right now. I think he has a chance to be a huge focal point in this defense moving forward, but let's just worry about what's happening now. This offense has to find a way to slow him down.
This is a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Let's go. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. The Trojans getting set on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Finds his man. It's Schaefer. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down.
The thing I like about the slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry.
Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And tell you what, keep that passing game up. You keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. FIU overcame a tough opponent, and not only that, a raucous crowd. The Panthers tuned out all the noise and showed this team can win on its field, your field, or a neutral field. Well done. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. The Gators sending the offense back to work. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Going to try to get it himself. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down.
That's a great job executing up front by the defense. They looked like they were ready for that play, and that was a bit of a more unconventional look from the offense on 3rd down, but the defense was there to make a big stop.
Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And the Gators line up to punt it away. Probably not quite as good as he hoped as it goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
And they're trying to dig out of the hole on 2nd and long from the 9. He's looking to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. They're bringing heat. Hit as he throws. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, this offense might want to think about moving the launch point for this QB, because if you take hits like that from the pocket, it's really tough to complete passes.
So from his own end zone, the punt is away. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? They'll throw it on 1st down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Caught over the middle. It's Wiggins. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Running out of time here in the 1st half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll throw it on 1st down. Complete to the right. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
Timeout, Florida.
From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Headed to the end zone. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. And remember, he's already had one blocked in this game. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. Distance not the problem here. The angle is a little tricky. No good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors at our halftime update. The Gators will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
He's looking for a man on second down. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Listen, I know DBs don't catch the ball real well, but to be a defensive back, it's one of the hardest positions in football. You got to stay with these big, fast, wide receivers and then try to go track the football and make a play. Great job making a play for his team.
And the Trojans send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He's got great speed. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. The ball back, and here comes the offense. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a high level.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
On third and long, you know what's coming. That's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the fourth down.
And this kick will be marked down just inside the 45-yard line. Offense is ready to go back to work. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over.
Got a lot of running room. He'll work his way down to the 28.
I bet that running back's eyes got so big. When he gets that handoff going to the right, he sees the huge holes. Yes, please.
The defense just didn't flow quickly enough. All of the blockers had leverage on their men.
Yeah, that defensive line has to get off the ball a little bit better, get some penetration to stop that outside run.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They'll pull him down after a pickup of 5 down to the 23.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Hand off from the shotgun. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
The Trojans will line it up on 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans! And they add 6 more to the board for that trip to the house.
I know it's early this year, but it's obvious this guy is a focal point in this offense. After having 2 touchdowns in his first game, he gets on the board here. Doesn't matter where he lines up, they find ways to get him the football, and defenses just have not been able to figure him out.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. South Alabama is darn near perfect offensively today. This is almost exactly the way they drew things up this week in practice. They're up by 35 over the Coyotes. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Gators sending the offense back to work. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Catch in the middle, it's Wiggins. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it, there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
Quick strike complete. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
Back to the air one more time. And that ball is picked off. Trying to take it back. He's inside the 40. Running inside the 20. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Southern Cal.
And doing a great job in coverage. Obviously, you got to play run first as a linebacker always. That's your first thought process. But then reading the QB's eyes, breaking on the football, catching it. And then from there, it was easy. Just take it right to the house.
And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably scored pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you've got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was, but that ball landing got bounds.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And he tries to get away, but he cannot. He's taken down. He'll lose a couple. Gator fans love to see their teams light up the scoreboard, but they'll take the defense bringing the heat too.
And I think that was a staple, Reese. Back in the day, you had great offenses for Florida, but the teams that really had the most success and that reached the highest mountaintops, they had great defense to go with it. This defense playing well.
The throw. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close.
On the play. Now, a 4th down.
And the Trojans will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. No return coming here as he signals for the fair catch and makes it right around the 30-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On 3rd down, going up top. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
This defense has a 3-possession lead at this point. You're seeing how dominant they are up front. They have done such a good job recruiting D-linemen, linebackers, guys that can blitz. They've got speed. They found guys in the portal. They've recruited guys out of high school, and they are just eating right now.
Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
Well, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, USA 28, Florida 7.
First down to start the drive after the break.
Come on, set, go.
They'll leave it with him. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
And how good does that feel, right? You've got the lead in the 4th quarter. The defense knows you're going to try to run the ball to ice the game, and you rip off an 8-yard run. They know it's coming, and they still can't stop it.
They'll try the run. Blast is way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24.
3rd down coming up.
Here comes 3rd and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. They'll try to get the first through the air. Touchdown, USC! And the stomping has commenced.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Arizona State answered the bell away from Tempe today with an impressive victory. The Sun Devils knew the challenges awaiting them, and they met them head-on. Generally the mark of a really good team. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings, and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Addison. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. The Gators racing to the line in the hurry-up.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Wide receiver now comes in motion. He's back to throw on 2nd down. He's moving out of the pocket. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Fires to the middle. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like, it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive. And this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the 4th quarter.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. How about that last drive? Just throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans! And the route is on. My goodness, he is putting on a laser show right now. Liner, Palmer, Pat Hayden, Marinovich, you name it. These guys are going to be looking up at this dude.
Just spinning the bean all over the yard. That's why you come to USC. Those names you mentioned, and you know that ball's going to be in your hands. You get to go make plays, and he is doing exactly that.
And he makes the extra point. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page. They've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the 4th quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Using his legs to buy some time. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. And the Gators will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Slips through the line. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution.
He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Trojans! And the beatdown has ensued.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And the extra point was good. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play.
And he breaks into the open. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big game. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run it.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
This offense has a second down play. Power football with the run. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much. They need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment. Because today, oof, it was not a good day. Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And just they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running football late in the fourth quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch a little bit, throw the football around.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Throws to the tight end. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
Offensively, this is a beautiful time now because now I get to get all my other guys in the game. Guys that don't get to play that much. We're up. This game's over after that missed fourth down conversion. Now we get to get everybody in the ball game, or if you choose, you know, like Jesse probably would, to go pad some stats and get some more catches, get some more rush yards if that's your thing.
Still running at the 40. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead, you want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, Dave, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting pushed and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the fourth quarter.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. And they'll take a knee on fourth down, happy with their performance so far, and they'll turn it over in the waning moments. Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together consecutive victories.